2 months after my divorce, I was still learning how to breathe again. The apartment felt too quiet, the night stretched too long, and even the smallest things, the scent of her shampoo, the empty side of the bed, reminded me of a life that wasn't mine anymore. My ex-wife, Lena, had left with the same calm coldness she'd developed in the final year of our marriage. There wasn't one big betrayal, no dramatic shouting match, just slow indifference. She stopped looking at me, stopped asking about my day, stopped trying. And when I finally asked if she still loved me, she said, "I don't think so." That was it. We signed the papers quietly. No fight, no tears. Just the sound of pens on paper and 2 people giving up. I spent the next 8 weeks trying to rebuild some version of normal. I went to work, came home, cooked for one, tried not to think too much. Then, one Friday evening, there was a knock at my door. When I opened it, I froze. Standing there was Eliza, Lena's younger sister. The one who used to come over for dinner, the one who always told jokes to break the tension between us. She looked nervous, clutching her purse, her eyes red as if she'd been crying. "Hey, Daniel," she said softly. "Eliza, is everything okay?" She nodded, then hesitated. "Can I come in?" I stepped aside, still confused. She walked in, looking around my small apartment. "It's strange seeing you here instead of the old house," she said quietly. "Yeah," I replied. "It's strange being here." We sat down, the silence heavy. Then she looked at me and said, "I need to tell you something." My stomach tightened. "What's going on?" She took a deep breath. "Lena's not doing well." I frowned. "Not doing well how?" She's been saying things. Regretting things. Drinking too much. She told me she made the biggest mistake of her life walking away from you. I didn't know what to say. My mind raced, confusion, anger, disbelief all tangled together. "Eliza," I finally said, "she didn't just walk away. She disconnected long before she left. She made her choice." "I know," she said, tears welling up. "But she's realizing now what she lost. She talks about how patient you were. How you never gave up, even when she pushed you away." I stood up, pacing. "So why send you? Why not come herself?" Eliza hesitated. "She's scared. She thinks you hate her." I let out a dry laugh. "I don't hate her. I just stopped trying to make her stay." We sat in silence again. The weight of old wounds hung between us. After a moment, Eliza looked at me and said softly, "She doesn't deserve another chance. But I came because I thought you should know she still cares. And because, honestly, I wanted to say thank you." "Thank me? For what?" "For loving her the way you did. I saw everything you put into that marriage. You were the only person who ever tried to understand her. I just wish she'd realized that before it was too late." Her voice cracked, and for a second, I saw her not as my ex-wife's sister, but as someone who had watched both of us fall apart from the sidelines, helpless. I exhaled slowly. "I don't know what to do with that information, Eliza." "Nothing," she said, standing. "You don't have to do anything. I just thought you deserved to hear the truth." She turned to leave, then paused at the door. "She's not the only one who lost something good, Daniel. You both did. But at least one of you can still move on." And then she left. I stood there, staring at the closed door for a long time. Later that night, I sat on the balcony, watching the city lights flicker. I thought about all the times I'd begged Lena to talk, to fight for us, to stay. And how, in the end, silence had ended us more completely than shouting ever could. Maybe Eliza was right. Lena lost something good. But so did I. And maybe that's what made it real. Love isn't always destroyed by hate. Sometimes, it's lost to indifference. And sometimes, the closure we're waiting for comes not from the person who broke us, but from the one who finally tells us the truth they never could.